Loving games as we do, a couple years back we were all kind of obsessed with Kairosoft's Game Dev Story. Now that was, a mobile game where you played out the life of a developer. Well, today we're taking a look at Game Dev Tycoon. Now this is on Steam and on the PC, and it's almost exactly the same game.
Yeah, I mean, now there's going to be a huge chunk of you guys who have never played Game Dev Story, so you're going to come into this new, and that's cool. So the basic premise here is you start out as a game developer in your garage, working on titles back on the PC or the Commodore 64. See, I love the fact that they've got all the game systems that are ever created in this game, but they're all slightly different. So you've got the Vonnie Play system and the Micronoft M-Box. I mean, it's cool. Obviously, they can't use the trademark systems, but it's very clear what game systems you're developing for. And the idea here, as with Game Dev Story, is you pick a genre, you match it with a topic, you match it with an audience, and then you develop a game for a particular system, adding different things to the budget, and then you put the game up for sale and you hope that it does well. I like the idea of a game where you're trying to build up your development studio empire. I can't quite get how these guys can do this, because it's not merely inspired by, they've really taken a lot of the core mechanics of that game and just expanded on them a little. So I guess if imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, this game is really flattering Game Dev Story.
I'm wondering whether they had to kick some money to them or what, because I don't think that they've done enough to actually differentiate it. I mean, there are some slight changes, but really, it's Game Dev Story. And I have to say, I think I preferred it as a mobile game as opposed to on the PC. The game works, the mechanics are there, it's a fun little sim, there's lots of gaming history, a lot of in-jokes. The company actually put it up on board so people could pirate it, and basically it stops working, and so they're even having some fun with that sort of meta aspect of it.
Yeah, if you pirate the game, your games in the game get pirated.
Yeah, and so eventually you lose money. So there's some really clever stuff happening with that, but I just wish that they did more stuff to set it apart, because I would say go check out Game Dev Story, because it's the exact same game.
Yeah, see, this is it. I think there's a lot of opportunity for a tycoon type game about the game development industry. I just don't know why they didn't explore some completely different mechanics. Instead, they just kind of took it from another game and expanded on it. I don't know. I mean, it's still fun, enjoyable, it's addictive. You say, I'm just going to develop one more game, and then a new generation console comes out, and you're like, okay, gotta develop for this. So it's a lot of fun.
For me, Game Dev Tycoon, honestly, for its lack of originality, is a 6.5.
I still had a lot of fun with it. Gonna give it a 7 out of 10.